Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today I wanted to do a get ready with me with some of the new products I've hauled from Ulta and Sephora. So let's get into the video. So first I'm going to start off with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I have tried this out a few times. I like it, but I guess I was expecting something like super magical. And it is a good primer. It does blur a little bit, mattify a little bit. It's definitely a good primer, but it's $52, and I actually didn't buy this with a discount because I was impatient and just wanted it. So I like to put this on my like larger pore areas or areas I struggle with texture. So that's like here, basically in the T-zone and my chin as well. And I just blend that out into the skin, whatever excess there is. I need to pull my hair back. So I do like this primer. It has a really nice like kind of spa type smell and it feels really nice. And I actually drag it up under my eyes a little bit. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but and if you hear chewing or snoring, my dogs are eating dinner and chewing bones right now. So if you hear that, sorry. So yeah, it does feel really nice. But I just haven't tried it enough to know if it has like, let me put it this way. I've tried it a few times and I like it, but I haven't like experienced a super like wow factor. I don't know. I do like it though. I don't regret purchasing or anything. I'll definitely use it. Okay, excuse my flying curls. Next I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. So this isn't like a brand new foundation, but I've never owned it before, and with the relaunch, you know, there's been a lot of excitement and I was interested in trying it. So I have kind of like normal to slightly dry, but sometimes it's oily. I never know what kind of skin day I'm gonna have, but I definitely don't like matte foundations. I don't like super dewy foundations, and this is supposed to be like an undetectable like natural finish, so that's why it interested me. I'm actually gonna spray a little bit of the Makeup Revolution Hyaluronic Fix on my face first. I haven't used this yet because I just feel like having a little bit of moisture on the skin helps my foundation blend in better. So I'm taking one full pump, and I have the shade Light Beige, and I'm gonna kind of dot that over the face. On the forehead too, and then just start buffing it in. I'm using an e.l.f. Ultimate Complexion Blender, Ultimate Blending Brush. Close.
So I have worn this foundation once and I do like it. I only use one full pump and I feel like it gives me a nice coverage, even over like some breakouts on my forehead and chin. I don't really like to go for full coverage, but even with one pump over my entire face, I feel like it gives me like more than medium coverage, not quite like a full mask. And I feel like it matches my chest and like my neck.
Oh, this is Dapper. Say hi, Dapper. No, I just put my foundation on. So this was little Mr. Picky. So if you hear snoring or snorting, that's him. Okay, thank you. It looks really good against my chest, but my neck is doing something weird. I really do like the coverage and the finish of the foundation. I'm just personally struggling with my skin a lot lately. I'm just going to take the Sonia Kashuk sponge. I really love this sponge.
It has a really great texture. It's very soft. I'm having a lot of breakouts and textures. I feel like I'm not loving any foundation looks on my skin right now. But this one I don't feel like it's overly like cakey or heavy or makes my texture look worse, so I do like that.
So then I'm going to go ahead and do my under eyes. I did pick up the Peach Corrector and the Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. These are the Ulta brand, and I've been trying these for a few days now and I actually really like them. They're a bit thicker but very hydrating, and I feel like it does my under eyes some good because I have some fine lines or wrinkles under there. Tarte Shape Tape is too drying for my under eyes personally.
But these feel much better. I really like these. They're only $9 too with these.
Peach color of it is a bit darker and more intense, but it still works for my skin tone. It just like really cancels out the dark circles. So I struggle with dark circles and fine lines, so those are kind of like my big under eye concerns. Then I'm gonna take the concealer, and with this one, I cannot like fill in the whole triangle. That's way too much concealer. I do think this is full coverage. Usual little bit of highlighting too.
I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that in on the side of my face. And onto the eyes.
Yeah, so I just really like the way this combination works for my under eyes. It doesn't emphasize my fine lines or any like texture or dryness under there. So I've been really liking these, and the shade in the concealer I have is light warm. Then I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes with the Hourglass Veil Mineral Powder. This is just a mini size. I'm gonna use my sponge to press the powder in. I just feel like using a damp sponge and a light amount of powder and pressing it into the under eyes prevents my concealer from creasing for a lot longer than just using like a fluffy brush.
And I definitely cannot bake under my eyes like at all. It makes my eyes look so dry. I've tried it many times, so I just use a light amount. And then I'm gonna get some more powder out here. It's kind of like the holes in here are like in the shape of the H Hourglass, so like not very much powder really comes out at one time. I'm just gonna set like around the nose.
So this powder definitely does have like a little bit of a sheen. It's not like glittery or sparkly, but like similar to their ambient powders, if you've ever used those, there's like this sheen to them. It looks really nice on the skin, and it doesn't look at all like weird or unnatural under the eyes. My mirror's down here if I'm looking in there. So I have been liking this. I've used it a few times. So I am going to go ahead and try out this Morphe bronzer in Debutante. This is just like the mini size. I picked it up at Ulta for like $6. It looks pretty deep, so, and it is 100% matte. So I'm gonna try and go in with a bit of a light hand. I'm using this Estetica P12. This came in a BoxyCharm, so a lot of powder picked up. I've never used this before. I'm always scared to try new bronzers.
I've been using the Hourglass ambient bronzer, and that one is like so subtle that I don't really have to be careful with it, at least the tone I have. So, okay, this isn't going as bad. Like looking as scary as I was worried about. It's blending out nicely, and I didn't set my whole face. I never set my whole face. And with the Too Faced foundation, I really didn't feel like I needed to. So I'm not going to contour, I'm just kind of bronzing all over. The texture of Morphe powders, like all the ones I've tried, are like really soft and buttery. I mean, pretty much I've mainly tried their eyeshadows. Really just the Jaclyn Hill ones. But
This is a really nice soft powder. And again, it is matte, so I like that. I don't mind a shimmer bronzer though either. Let's go ahead and do the jawline and bring it down the neck and try and... I don't know why my neck is such a weird color. I guess I just don't ever get sun there. This brush, not that this brush is new, but I haven't really used it before and it's shedding quite a bit. I'm just gonna take like what's ever left and run it down the sides of my nose, like just kind of contour. I like that bronzer. It's definitely like on the warmer side. So if you don't like warm bronzers, you probably wouldn't like this. I don't know if they have other shades. This is the only shade I saw in a mini at Ulta, so that's why I picked it up. They also had a mini highlighter, but it just looked too dark for my skin. I probably would have got that too. So yeah, enjoy that for sure. So for blush, I don't have a new blush, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the JOUER blush bouquet in Adore. This wasn't from Ulta or Sephora, but it is a newer product to me, and I really like it. I have
all three of the blush bouquets. I mean, they're coming out the rose gold one, which I'm somewhat interested in because I love rose gold. But the current three I have, and I do really like these blushes. And I just kind of like mix those sides.
this one's just like really natural and neutral and can go with basically any look. I'm just gonna blend that out with a little. So now that the face is done, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Hyaluronic Fix again to set the face. It's supposed to be a hydrating and a plumping makeup fixing spray. It does have a nice mister, like it's a pretty fine mist, and it seems to be drying down pretty quickly. So I think it definitely like added a little bit more of a sheen to the skin. So I'm gonna try out the Essence Pure Nude. This isn't like super exciting because it's been raved about for so long, but I've never tried it. And I'm one of those people that wear highlights to work. Oh, it is pretty for sure. It's a little like lighter. It's almost like a bit icier than I expected. There it is in a swatch.
I wasn't pretty heavy-handed because I heard this was a natural highlighter, but it's given me more than I originally anticipated. Which I don't hate, I just wasn't prepared for that. It's almost like shifting a bit. So yeah, I was expecting like something super natural. It's a lot more reflective than I anticipated.
Alright, and for brows, I'm just using the NYX Micro Brow in Taupe. This is newer to me actually, but not from the
Ulta and Sephora hauls I did for my birthday. And I do like this brown pencil a lot.
Alright, so for the eyes, we're going to go in with the Emily Edit, the Once palette, her collaboration with Makeup Revolution. First of all, as soon as I watched her reveal video, I ordered it on the website. Like as soon as I realized like she was making this reveal and it was actually live on the website, like then I ordered it straight away. Here's the palette. I have used it once. It's been stunning, and then it has this huge mirror in there. So nice. First I'm going to go in with the shade Midwest right here. It's just like a really perfect transition color. And I'm using a Sigma E40, just large blender to just kind of get some color going here.
I did one look with this palette already, and I was obsessed with it.
I felt these shadows with my fingers, and they're all, I mean, not every shade, but everything, like even the shimmers and mattes are like soft and creamy, and they swatch really good. And every shade I've used so far has applied really well, blended really well. It was actually true to color. Something Emily mentioned in her video was like the deeps actually show up as the color, not like just some murky dark color. So next I'm gonna go in with the shade Laugh Cry, which is kind of like a pretty coral. I just feel like it's kind of matching my dress here. And I'm just using that to kind of like warm up the crease a little bit more. I'm not taking it all the way up, I'm keeping it a little bit lower. And to do this, I'm using a Morphe brush. It's just kind of like a pinched blender, like on the smaller side. And I'm just going back with that large blender and kind of blending over the edges a little bit. So I'm going with kind of like a pointed blender, and I want to go into Cheer, I think, which is right here. I think it's picking up a bit warmer on camera, but it's just kind of like a burgundy wine color. And I'm just gonna focus that like in this outermost portion.
All these shades are blending like really nicely together.
So I am gonna go ahead and go in with Eve Rose right here, which like when I first looked at it, I thought it was gonna lean more purple, but when you apply it, it takes on like more of a pink shift, because I did use this shade the other day.
And I'm putting that like on the inner third of the eye, and taking it into the inner corner too. It's nicely pigmented, I didn't wet my brush or anything. And like I said, I don't have a tacky base, and it's like showing up perfect. I could probably bump up the intensity, but I don't really think it needs it.
And then I'm gonna go in with Cupcake, which is just like a light pink shimmer, and fill in the rest of the lid space. That shade is really creamy. Then I'm just gonna use this shader with a little bit of the pink and just kind of blend the line between Eve Rose and Cupcake. And then I am gonna go back in with a little bit of Cheer, that like deeper wine burgundy, and just go back on the outer edge a little bit. I'm taking a touch of Laugh Cry just to emphasize the warmth on the border. Back in with our E40, buff the edges. Brow bone highlight, I think we'll go ahead in with the cream, which is just a matte cream, and just add a little bit. And then I'm just gonna make sure to add with a small detail brush, a little bit of Eve Rose into that inner corner. I'm going to take some Urban Decay liner in Bourbon and just do my waterline. So to finish off the eyes on the lower lash line, I'm going to take a flat definer brush and go into Cheer, which was that wine burgundy, and press that in to the lash line on the outer corner, maybe like halfway in. I don't want to take it all the way in. And I'm going to go in with Laugh Cry, which was kind of that like orangey coral, and press that in the remaining way. And then just using a pencil brush, I'm going to go in with Midwest, which is that original transition shade, and just kind of blend those colors out a little bit. And then just using like a small blending brush, I'm just going to go over it even more with no product, just to kind of really blend it out and buff it out. So that's all I'm going to do for eyeshadow. I have to say, both times I've used this palette, I've 100% loved it. The last time I looked, it was sold out on Ulta's website, but I think you could still get it from the Makeup Revolution website, and I would imagine they'd be restocking, but highly recommend. I'm loving that palette. So I'm going to curl my lashes, and then we're going to go in with the Hourglass Caution Mascara. I just picked up a mini from Sephora. I don't really purchase high-end mascaras that often, but for some reason this interested me. I really like Hourglass as a brand.
So that's why. I've used this multiple times, and I hate to say it, but the more I use it, the more I love it. Normally I'm like L'Oreal Lash Paradise kind of girl, which that mascara is great, but there's something about this mascara that was an ugly lip. I was like, sorry. It does great for length, good job at volume, and the thing I notice most about this is how long it holds a curl. You know, like 8 in the morning, and I usually don't take my makeup completely off until like 9:30 at night, and my lashes are still curled and perfect.
So I would highly recommend giving this a try. I really like it. You can purchase the mini at Sephora for about $14, so less of a hit to the pocket. I think at one time, I don't know if it was this size, but there was a point perk for it. If you can snag that, I'd recommend it, but I'm really loving that mascara as much as I don't want to. Then to finish off the look, I'm going to go in with the Dose of Colors ILUVSARAHI in Nude Chica. So I've been getting into liquid lipsticks more lately. They were never really my jam. I'm still not sure if they're my jam, but a lot of people say the Dose of Colors formula is really good, so I figured it would be a good one to try. I do really like this color. So I do really like the color, and you know, when the dry down happens, it's not overly uncomfortable. It remains slightly sticky or tacky for quite a while, I think. Not in a bad or uncomfortable way, but it doesn't like dry down like super quick and there's like no tackiness. Like it will transfer slightly for a period of time, like when drinking or whatever. But the lasting power, even when I put my chapstick on, which people might hate on, the lasting power is really good, like through lunch and drinking. It holds up for a really long time, so I really can't complain. It's definitely the best formula I've tried for a long time. I think what turned me off liquid lipsticks really was the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks. They're just so drying. I've been wearing like regular bullet lipsticks for so long, and they just disappear so quickly. And I'm not one to fuss with my makeup throughout the day. Like I don't like to do touch-ups. Like when I'm at work, I never reapplied the lipstick. I don't know. I was kind of more intrigued about getting back into liquid lipsticks, and I really like this one. I've worn it probably 3 days and I love it. And I heard Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks are going to be, I think, like $9 or $10 at some point during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and I went the other day and scoped out what other colors I would like. So if that says anything, it says I like it enough to try more. So that's going to do it for today's Get Ready With Me with all my new products from Ulta and Sephora, and I'm really pleased with the look. So to do a recap of everything, Emily Edit, The Once, Makeup Revolution, highly recommend when it comes back in stock, or if you can grab it from the Makeup Revolution website, highly recommend. The Makeup Revolution Hyaluronic Fix Spray, I like it. It has a fine mister. I think it added like a little bit of a dew. The Hourglass Caution Mascara. As much as I hate to recommend a $29 mascara, I 100% love this mascara. And I don't know, I've purchased a lot of mascaras recently. Not a lot, but a few. So I won't be buying this in full size like immediately, but I'm probably going to end up buying it like maybe in the VIB sale in November because I really like this mascara. The Dose of Colors liquid lipstick. I do really like this. I like the color. As far as liquid lipsticks I've tried, it's not super uncomfortable. It lasts. Can't complain. Interested in trying more colors. The Morphe bronzer in Debutante. I liked this. It is a bit warmer than I'm used to, but it's creamy. It's 100% matte. It's very blendable, so I do like it. The Ulta concealers, I have the corrector in peach and then the full coverage concealer in light warm. I've been loving these. They're a bit thicker, which lends themselves to being more hydrating, and I find the coverage to be really great with these. $9. I really don't think you can go wrong. I do recommend those for sure. The Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I am really liking this. I've only had it maybe like a week or so. It does have a subtle like sheen, but not glittery sparkly like I said earlier. I am really liking it under the eyes and on the face. So if you want to try it out, I'd grab the mini because, you know, why not? The Essence Highlighter in Pure Nude. This is the first time I've used it. I'm gonna need to try it again with a lighter hand because I think I kind of overdid it. You know, it's only a couple bucks. I don't really think you can go wrong with it, but right off the bat, like I'm not wowed or super loving it, but I'm definitely gonna keep trying this one. The Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I'm really liking this so far. I've only used it like 2 or 3-ish times, but it does look pretty natural as far as foundation is concerned. Like, I don't care how natural it is, you can still see it a little bit. So yeah, I can see it a little bit, but I've tried a lot worse, and I actually think I did a pretty good job color matching myself. That can always be challenging, but I am really enjoying this, and I'm going to continue to wear it. The last item is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Filter Finish Protective Primer. So I've used this a handful of times now. I like it. I enjoy putting it on my skin. I enjoy the smell. I enjoy, you know, the blurring. I don't really know yet if it helps my makeup. I do like it. I am enjoying it. I wouldn't tell you like you need to have it, run out and go spend 50-something dollars. Like, I wouldn't recommend that at this point, but you know, if you want to splurge on yourself, I do think it's a nice product. So that's going to do it for today.